Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mampolo from Mampolo's Corner. Renee here myself. Guys, this lawyer, when they call Festus Keyamo, he's saying a son, Abi, senior advocate of Nigeria. the guy, good I say, don't they fool himself because of politics. Festus Keyamo. Well, I know too much. The guy is on a very hot seat, though. I'm not joking. You see this election. You see this election when pass. You go put lots of people for serious problem. I said the guy is on a very hot seat. The guy is trying to bend the law. He's trying to bring his own law into Nigerian law. In fact, he's trying to pose as if he's the only one that knows how to interpret the law. Festus Keyamo. So you good like this. You know when something don't choke you, when something don't hook you here. You know they know even when they talk lie, you go to think say they talk true. when you they misyan, you go to think say you do upright. What you they talk. When you are talking rubbish in your brain, even with your education, even with your qualification, you will think that you are right. Festus Keyamo. So we don't know English again. We don't know the law again. Only you know the law. No problem. Oh. I'm going to present to the world what you are saying. May the world judge. Not me go judge you. The world must judge you. For those whenever hear Festus Keyamo, they Messiah, they tell us what is in the law, what is not in the law. All right, now watch video.
Let me ask you: when you tell people to go to court, it then means something that you steal something from them, and you are asking them to go through a process in which you are predetermined, or you have your way around that process. So just hang on. That is one of the interpretations of go to court coming from your camp. Just hang on a minute. If I don't say go to court, what will I say? It's a rhetorical question I'm asking you. If I don't say go to court, what would I say as a winner? But does it also mean that will I say come, let's fight? Does it mean that you predetermine the process? No, not predetermined. I'm only asking you a rhetorical question that answers your question. If I don't say go to court, what it means, if I don't actually use that word, that sentence, is that avail yourself of the procedure of the machinery for addressing your grievance as provided for by law. That is what it means. I'm only saying it in specific terms, go to court. If I don't say go to court, the next thing I will say is that, come, let's fight. So why are they using such phrases or such sentences in a derogatory manner? It is what is provided for by law. And people have actually retrieved their mandates by going to court.
It's all right.
It is only when it does not favor you. And that is what the Labour Party is doing. And that is why I had to petition them to the DSS. There's a build-up to something that they are doing. There's a build-up. The build-up they are doing is to rile the people up, pump them up, and then turn them against the judiciary that if your judgment does not go in a particular way, and that is why he has come here yesterday. He came here yesterday to say the constitution comes interpreted. What does that mean? He's telling the judiciary that this thing, I have interpreted it. The people of Nigeria have interpreted it, and if you say anything different, they will come after you. So what? No, I need to make this point. Yeah. I need to make this point. That is where they are going, and so they are setting up a scene for rebellion, and they are setting up a scene to blackmail the judiciary. And that is why if you go online now, they have alerted the DSS that they have camped some boys in one popular hotel in Abuja. And I will give that information to the DSS, where they have told them every morning to be pumping out, online messages to rile up the citizens, cause fear, and all of that. And so what they want to do is to say once the judiciary now goes another way, then the judiciary must have sold out. So that's why they are threatening the judges. And they have gone up to that point. I want to make this point. Nigerians must know that the Labour Party online touts now are threatening judges, threatening their families, exposing them. Go online and see what is happening. And so there is a situation where they want to create fear in this country. They try, that during the elections, they try to threaten people to support them. They failed. During the announcement, they tried to threaten INEC to everything about them. Threaten INEC to support them, they failed. Now they want to move to the judiciary. It is enough, is enough. We are ready. Let me tell you this. People who voted, and majority are that, who voted for Asiwaju and the APC.
Majority.
They are the silent majority now. And so if they think they want to push this country towards NSAS, where it was citizens, NSAS was a situation where citizens were dissatisfied with a policy of government, an institution of government called NSAS. That was totally different. But they think they can rile up and citizens towards a situation of SARS again, but NSAS. But this time they should realize that this is not activity, it's pure politics. And if you want to do that now, it will not be citizens against government, it will be citizens, voters against voters. People who voted for the ruling party.
You imagine that the mandate of your candidate and for your party is it popular?
So I will ask you this question, a rhetoric question again.
No, I'm not supposed to
They
answer
ask you,
I'm supposed to be asked.
No, it's a rhetoric question that I'll use to answer you.
They will ask you,
Peter
ask back.
Obi, with the kind of message he preached, did he expect, in all honesty, a man who came third or saying the confessed, did he expect, in all honesty, to win in areas where that message did not, go down well with people? He was telling the churches, take back your country. Take back your country from where? Now look at the heat map of the votes. Look at Nigerian.
Is that the answer to the question?
Pick it up and look at the heat map of his votes. He succeeded in those areas where his messages sank in about Christians take back your country. He forwarded
the mandate of your candidate popular?
Where Christians are predominant and ended there. He could not go further than that place. Look at the heat map. And so the heat map exactly reflected the kind of message he preached to people.
So within the ambit of the law,
I'll tell you this.
Within the ambit of the law, if someone is hurt by a process and he lost out in the process and he thinks that that loss was illegitimate, it was edged out illegitimately within the ambit of the law, does he not have the right under the law and the independence of mind to be able to speak out?
Oh, there. But you don't say you don't recognize a legitimate government. That is treasonable felony. What Peter Obi and Dati Ahmed are doing is treasonable felony, and we must draw the line for them now.
That is your interpretation.
No, it is not. It is when you don't recognize a legitimate government that has gone through the process and it is legitimate, and you say you don't recognize it, you want to live your own life, it is treason. And let me tell you this.
That's how you interpret
what Peter
until
Obi,
the court now
legitimate Peter Obi, and that is when they will defend themselves now. But you must be charged first. Do you understand me? You will be charged for that. That's what I'm telling them to do. I'm not interpreting. You will charge them for that. Charge them and go and defend yourself. Why you are calling on people to protest?
That's the remit of the states to do so.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's why I've submitted myself to process. Have I not? Did I come here to say I will go and arrest them physically? I'm a senior lawyer. I've instituted the process. I have started the process.
Senior lawyer.
And you see, what they are doing, let me tell you, they are living in a bubble of their own. Peter Obi, Dati, and his supporters, I'm saying this on air, they are living in their own bubble. They are not hearing the other voices of Nigerians who are saying, we hate your bigotry. We are not buying your message of Christian votes. We are not buying your tribalism. They are not hearing those voices. There are voices in this country. Say, oh, no, hold on. There are voices in this country saying we don't like those messages. But they are not hearing those voices. They are living in a bubble of their own. And they will hear those voices very soon if they continue with this nonsense they are doing. Right. As from now on, it's going to be propaganda against propaganda, word for word. We will meet them everywhere because Asiwaju has a mandate he will defend. And we're prepared to defend that mandate.
You politicians are not afraid of burning this country with the manner in which you have described.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you why. If you want to push your supporters to protest, it is only where you are popular you can protest. So you are going to be burning the areas where you are popular. Do you want to tell Obi that I can call us protesters in Kanu? Can he call out protesters in Ekiti? Can he call out protesters in Ondo? Can he call out protesters in Borno? Can he call out protesters in Jigawa? Go and call them out now. Right. You can only call out protesters where they are popular. So you'll be burning areas where you are popular.
Let me take you to section 134. My guest yesterday was saying...
Before I just go there, just for 1 second, to mention this, that it's important we mention to Nigerians that there has been no time where Labour Party has come up with alternative figures that they got from polling unit to polling unit. That is very important before we delve into section 134. That it is important to say that every party has polling agents in every unit. And so you must have obtained your own alternative figures different from what was obtained. So all of these claims that were rigged, that's important I mention that. So that we don't finish the program without mentioning that to Nigerians, that the basis for all of these agitations is not even there at all. There has been no alternative figures they are brought to Nigerians.
So your party, you have your own figures now.
Absolutely.
Because the PDP yesterday said they have their figures.
Yes.
The Labour Party yesterday on this program said they had their figures.
Exactly.
In fact, the PDP said they won by more than 4 million votes.
No, that is comedy of the century. It's comedy. When you say 4 million, where did you get it from? Where are your tabulation?
4 million of their votes was not reflected.
I just read the news just now about PDP. It has been It's just like the case of PDP was that everybody saw the accident that was waiting to happen, but they did not see that accident. It was an accident waiting to happen. Turned into straight into 3. Even the small one that was left was also further depleted by G5. How did you expect to win? So for Labour Party, coming back to Labour Party, they just come up, like Dati Ahmed said yesterday, all they have done since, like the PDP has done to just manufacture a figure that we won by this, is to just manufacture big emotive words to sway everybody to say the election was a sham, it's a disgrace, it's a disaster. These are just emotive words without tying them to factual evidence. And nobody is bought by all that again. What they just want to do, Dati Ahmed and the LP, is to pose as some kind of Rambo that have come to save Nigeria. That's what they are doing. But they are Rambo, they have been designed, so they are determined to do anything either unethical, unorthodox to save Nigeria.
In all of this,
as Rambos.
They've said that they have evidence.
They are cunning lying machines.
They have said, the Labour Party said, they know that they won this election and with a better margin, and that they have their evidence and they are going to court to prove it.
We are very happy with that. We are happy. It's because I'm in cabinet now that you will not see me appear on the first day in court. But after May 29, on May 30th, you will see me. I'm working with the team. You will see me in court. The law is against my putting on my wig now as I'm cabinet, but I'm working with the team. So on May 30th, you are going to see me in my wig and gown in court. So I know the facts we have. I'm not going to reveal everything.
And I'm very sure that
I know the facts we have.
You have seen the petitions. You have been seeing reactions.
Of course.
And not only the election matter. That in fact, there are matters that have been raised bordering on the capacity and the qualification of your candidate to even run for office in the first place.
I don't want to impugn the judiciary here, even if I would have used the word laughable. But it is important for me as a senior lawyer not to ridicule the judiciary. But at the end of the day, like I said, I tweeted a few days ago, I said, I'm excited about this petition. Why am I excited? Because those issues we shouted and tried to explain to Nigerians during the elections, that these things were useless allegations, you will hear from the judiciary, you will hear from their law lords loud and clear now when they give their judgment. And call me back. Keep this tape. Call me back after the judgment has been given. We all know law. We all know the law. Even the opposite side, they know too.
All right.
Some of them have called me to say, Festus, now we just do our work.
Now lie.
They told me.
Are you predetermining that will come out?
No, I'm not talking. I say that's why I said I will not impugn on them. But call me back after the judgment and say those simple issues we have tried and tried to explain to Nigerians, they will be exposed. And I'm excited these things have been brought to their petition so that we can have final judicial determination of those issues.
All right.
You will see them.
Let me take you to section 134, and I'd like to get your own reaction. So if you can put it on the screen. And this is what section 134, subsection 2. And clearly what it states about how an election of 2 or more people in an election for the presidential race will be determined. A candidate for an election to the office of president shall be deemed to have been duly elected where there being more than 2 candidates for the election. Hey, the first instance is that he has the highest number of votes cast at the election, and the B part says he has not less than 1/4 of the votes cast at the election in each of at least 2/3 of all the states in the federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. That is where the controversy came. What is your own interpretation?
You know, Sean, you want me to expose our briefs here now, but I'll give you a small expo because here I will not start arguing our case. But let me give you one small expo. Do you know what we call expo, when we're in school? Now, there's what you call the spirit and the letters of the Constitution, or the letters and the spirit of the Constitution. There's also what you call the community reading of the provisions of any law. What has been long established in our laws is that the Constitution and its provisions must not be read in isolation. These are very elementary principles that all lawyers know, and I'm sure you know that too. And there's what they call the spirit and letters of the Constitution. First question to you. The Constitution says everybody in Nigeria is equal for the law. There's equal rights before the law.
But we are
in
not
Nigeria.
equal.
That you cannot dispute. It's a
dispute
standard,
it.
clear, settled provision
We are not equal
of the Constitution. Equality before the law.
Quiet.
Secondly, if you say there's equality before the law,
There's no
and you now
equality.
say certain voters existing somewhere should now hold what they call the golden card
Quality in
to
Nigeria.
override all other states in the federation, does that meet the spirit of the Constitution to make everybody equal before the law? You are now making people residents in Abuja higher citizens over and above other citizens of Nigeria. That is what their own warped interpretation is taking us to. That there's a special set of voters in Nigeria. Unless you woo them to that point of 25, you cannot be president of Nigeria. Even if you get up to 36 states, and you clear all, but Abuja will deprive you from becoming president of Nigeria. Is that kind of interpretation, does it accord with the spirit of the Constitution? That is one. I'm not going deeply into the arguments. I'm only giving you peripheral arguments.
But there are
Secondly, I'm going to tell you. Again, I'm going to come back.
Yeah.
Read section 134 in conjunction, like I said. Constitution must be read as a community, document. Read it in conjunction with 299.
All right, let's put up 299.
Put
Section
299.
299.
Put up 299, which they have been hiding from Nigerians. Read them.
So that's what 299. The provision of this constitution shall apply to the federal capital, Abuja, as it were one of the states of the federation.
That's all.
And accordingly, as
That's
if
all.
it were.
That's
So
all.
it means that,
That's all.
does it mean that the
So what
constitution
it means,
sees
section 30,
FCT as the 37th state?
Exactly. All you just need to do when you read these two is that section 134, for the purpose of this, for the purpose of that section, it is an inclusive provision. A provision that tries to include Abuja amongst one of the states. In fact, to understand 134 better, just remove the sentence and the FCT Abuja. People would have been asking, if you cut 25% in 2/3 of the states of the federation and you keep quiet, people would have been asking, 2/3 of the states and Abuja. I say, what about Abuja? What about Abuja? So what that last phrase means is just to confirm to people that you calculate Abuja along with it too. That's what it means. Simple. So, in practical terms, let me bring it down and break it down for Nigerians to understand. In practical terms, it means that if I need to get 25% in 24 states, and I now get 25%, I get the 25% in 23 states. And the FCT, what it simply means is that FCT will be calculated as a state so that you have met the requirement. Am I clear? That's in practical terms.
Is that right?
That is what it means. I'm trying to calculate, bring it in practical terms for people to understand. That if Asiwaju or Atiku had gotten 23 states, 25%, and they say, oh, you cannot be president. Or they say, no, but he got 25% in FCT too. They say, oh, yes, it's included. It should be treated as a state too.
That yesterday has said
Yes.
It might be dangerous for your candidate and the president-elect to be sworn in if there is no clarification and settlement on this provision of the section 134. What other pathway do we have to douse this tension?
There is no tension. The tension is in Baba Adatiame's mind. Tension where? He wants to come to Eagle Square or do what? What is he saying? What is Adatiame saying? That what? That INEC should have gone what? Should have stopped announcement to go to court first?
If the lines
hold on.
If the lines of Mr. Agbakoba had raised this issue,
your candidate, Agbakoba Supreme Court.
Your candidate did
Why
not.
you keep quoting my very respected fellow? Hold on.
But he has raised it before.
Respected fellow. But is it Supreme Court? Did you hear the views of other senior advocates too? He's my very good senior brother. But you keep going back to Oluga. What is Oluga?
It's one of those who have raised it.
But the other issue, the other lawyers who have said is nothing. What them too now? Am I not a senior advocate? So what's the meaning of this?
Oh,
But the
senior
question
advocate.
is that as it is. Your
So
candidate.
the INEC should have waited, should have stopped announcement to go to court.
Calm down, Mr. Keyamo. Your candidate did not make 25% in FCT.
Just like
the PDP candidate.
No. Just like Labour Party don't make 25% in more than 17 states too. In fact, he didn't make 25% in 15 states. And now he wants to now rub shoulders with us that didn't make 25% in what? In FCT and 6 other states. We got 30, we got 30 states, you know that? The two of them, Obi and Atiku, did not even make the 24, and they are claiming they want to be president. Obi was the worst. He got 17, 25% was 17. Sorry. And even look at the national spread of the votes to even say who qualified to be president. Listen, by the manner of their campaigns, Obi made 9 states in the south and made 3 in the north central. He didn't even go to the core north. Atiku Abubakar got 9 states in the north and made 3 in the south. It was only Asiwaju that got 6 in the north and 6 in the south. That is the balance that Asiwaju brought to this, to this campaign. Again, it was only Asiwaju that got at least 1 state in each of the in all the 5 geopolitical zones. It was only in the southeast Asiwaju did not get 1 state, but Asiwaju won at least 1 state in all the 5 geopolitical zones. Right. Again, Asiwaju came first in 3 regions and came second in 3 other regions. He never came third anyway. Obi came first in only 2 regions. Atiku came first in only 1 region.
He came
so who had the spread? Who had the acceptability of Nigeria?
Although
those are the people that are waiting for them.
Your candidate perhaps from analysts say, look, that is the that's the lowest margin or percentage of vote any elected president has had since 1999.
Democracy at that point, it says that you don't have to have the highest vote in history. You also have the highest vote in that election. That is democracy.
Now, I don't want to talk too much. San, Keyamo, listen. In Nigeria, for your own correction, everybody is not equal before the law. If that is in your constitution, it is mere formality. In reality, to correct you, everybody is not equal before the law. Tinubu is not equal to me before the law. If you are not okay, how can you say everybody is equal? Go and amend that your constitution is shambolic. Are you hearing me? Secondly, Bola Tinubu he did not get all these votes you are saying in North Carolina. He rigged those votes to himself. There's difference between that you were voted those things than that you rig yourself to get all those things. Those things you say you got in Southeast, Southwest, South North, North all those rubbish where they talk for you. It was rigged. He rigged it. Use the right language. Because I'm seeing that you are now a son without sense. Senseless son. You understand? There's difference that people won an election in those areas you are talking about than someone rigged himself. And push himself to people saying that I won you people. I took over these people. You people voted me in. And those people are resisting you, saying that we did not vote you. And you are pushing yourself. No, you people voted me. We say we no voter. So there's difference between rigged and won. That somebody won the election. I don't want to talk too much. I don't hear on our son. What did they talk? We are waiting for in court. He said he go put a gun very soon. And in Beret, I don't know what they call him. This the one they wear. They wait for you for that court. I don't want to talk too much. Guys, if you love what I do, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, even on TikTok. All I'm on political. I love you guys. Peace out.